After the latest NASCAR weekend, everyone expected the usual post-race chatter, lap-by-lap breakdowns, highlight reels, championship point updates. But no one expected this. It wasn't a crash or a surprise winner that stole the spotlight. It was a voice, over the radio, one that's been around the sport longer than most drivers have been alive. Richard Childress, RCR team owner, NASCAR legend. And he said this: "We are in trouble. We have got to get some race cars. Period.
Got to get some damn race cars. I've seen enough out of our drivers and teams. We got to work on this shit."
Let that sink in. That wasn't frustration about a bad pit stop. It wasn't aimed at a driver who missed a line. It was bigger. A moment of brutal honesty from a man who helped build the sport. So, what did he mean? And how bad is it at Richard Childress Racing? Let's dig in. On the surface, RCR doesn't look like a team in panic mode. Their 2025 lineup includes Kyle Busch, a two-time Cup champion, and Austin Dillon, Childress's grandson and a solid veteran with wins under his belt. Statistically, both are doing better than they were in 2024. Busch has improved his average finish and is qualifying higher week to week. Dillon, while still inconsistent, has shown more stability. At Dover, Busch finished 11th. Dillon came in 15th. Not amazing, but not terrible either. So why the fire alarm? Because in NASCAR, stats only tell half the story. Richard Childress isn't just looking at results. He's looking at trajectory. And right now, it feels like RCR is plateauing, while other teams, especially the elite squads like Joe Gibbs Racing and Hendrick Motorsports, are surging ahead. Childress's comment wasn't just a swipe at results. It was a warning to his entire operation. From the engineers running the simulations, to the mechanics tightening the bolts, to the team strategists planning race day calls. He's saying, this isn't good enough anymore. Denny Hamlin, never one to hold back, gave his own take. On his podcast, he said Childress probably isn't pointing fingers at his drivers, but at the infrastructure around them, at the foundation that supports the performance. Because when you've got Kyle Busch in your car, and he's not a consistent top 5 threat, something deeper is broken. And speaking of Hamlin, he might have dropped the real bombshell of the weekend. During a press scrum at Dover, he was asked about the lawsuit involving Front Row Motorsports and potential charter violations. The reporter brought up Tyler Reich's contract clause, something that's been quietly brewing under the surface for months. Hamlin didn't give a detailed answer. Instead, he said this: "If you want answers, come December 1st. All will be exposed." That's it. No follow-up, no elaboration, just that cryptic promise. And suddenly, all eyes are on whatever's coming in December. Fans are speculating, everything from tampering and charter restructuring to shady contract deals involving young drivers. Whatever it is, it's clearly serious, and it could shake up the entire NASCAR business model. But for now, we wait. December can't come fast enough. Back to the weekend action. Weather was the wild card yet again. Rain forced NASCAR to cancel both practice and qualifying. That meant the Cup Series drivers had to hit the Dover Oval with zero on-track experience and a brand new tire compound. The surface? Green. No rubber laid down, just gripless chaos waiting to happen. It was the kind of setup that reminded fans of the 2024 Bristol tire debacle, where shredded rubber turned the race into survival mode. Sure enough, chaos came early. Shane Van Gisbergen, making his oval debut at Dover, reported a right front tire issue just a few laps in. That sent him to the pits and to the back of the field. Rough start for a guy many had their eyes on.
I love the summer shootouts at Charlotte. I love that you're out there too. Is Brexton Busch, is Kyle's son out there too?
Yeah, he's in the younger classes though. He's a little bit young. And then Kyle's a little bit old and scared. He's in the Masters class.
Chase Elliott, starting from the pole, looked locked in early and won Stage 1. But the real story was the emerging pattern. Every top 5 position in the first 2 stages was filled by either a Hendrick Motorsports or Joe Gibbs Racing driver. Christopher Bell took Stage 2. Bowman, Hamlin, Byron, and Larson rounded out the top spots. The powerhouse teams were putting on a clinic. But then came the final stage, and it turned into chaos. Bell spun out on his own. Joey Logano pushed Ross Chastain up the track in one of the day's more aggressive moves. Radios lit up with reports of rain on the radar. Then, lap 385, Chastain smacked the wall, bringing out the caution. Rain followed shortly after, pausing the race with a 56-minute red flag. Once the race resumed, it didn't take long for more drama. Bell spun again, this time collecting Noah Gragson and William Byron, two drivers who'd quietly been putting together solid days. That wreck sent the race into overtime. But it wasn't over yet. On the first restart, Zane Smith got caught up in another wreck. That meant double overtime. And when the green finally waved again, it was Denny Hamlin who came out on top. Smooth, focused, and aggressive when it mattered. It was Hamlin's fourth win of 2025, and maybe his most hard-fought so far. Meanwhile, Ty Dillon, who'd been battling all day in the mid-pack, pulled off just enough to finish 20th. That was one spot ahead of John Hunter Nemechek, and it was enough to keep Dillon alive in the in-season bracket tournament. His reward? A one-on-one battle with Ty Gibbs next week at Indianapolis for a shot at a $1 million prize. Talk about high stakes. But let's not forget Saturday's Xfinity Series race, which was also impacted by rain, shortened event, slippery track, but one driver stayed cool. Connor Zilisch, just 18 years old, picked up his fourth win of the season. His post-race interviews are calm, composed, and mature. But on track? The kid is fast, fearless, and focused. He's not a future star, he's already here. And then there was the off-track beef between Kyle Busch and Shane Van Gisbergen. It started as a joke, Shane calling Kyle old and scared for not racing in the Legends Pro division. But Busch didn't take it lightly. He explained that he races in the Masters class because, frankly, the Pro class is full of wreck-happy kids who don't know how to race clean. He even said he ran a few pro races earlier this year and didn't finish any of them because he got taken out every time. So now, he sticks with the Masters where drivers respect each other and bring the cars home in one piece.
Want to race with SVG and then Brexton's in another league out at Charlotte in Legends cars?
So, in Legends cars, if you're over 40, you can run in the Masters class, which I'm a professional. Yes, I race on Sundays. I get it. I should be in the Pro class.
Then he took a shot at Shane. Ask him how many races he's actually finished in the Pro class this year, or how many bumpers he's knocked off. Classic Busch, unfiltered, and kind of right. So let's recap. Richard Childress is sending an SOS from RCR. Kyle Larson's red-hot start to the season has turned cold fast. Denny Hamlin is dropping wins and mysterious sound bites. Shane and Kyle are throwing jabs. Zilisch is looking unstoppable. And the next round of the bracket challenge is shaping up to be must-watch racing. Oh, and something big might be revealed in December that could rock the NASCAR world. The season isn't even halfway done, and we're already drowning in storylines. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and smash the notification bell so you don't miss a single update. The races are only half the story. The drama, that's just getting started.